go get light and power. Them hustle sote, they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar, just they get the higher power. Over naira. Still them talk say, make we off mind. But thank God say, my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder. Yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout. Oh, yo, yo, my ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come. Political. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. This one not they off in mind. Oh, yo, yo. My ego don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He do they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we not talk. But thank God say, my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh, yo, yo. My egun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My people make you shout. Oh, yo, yo. My egun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My egun don't come, man of the masses. Mayegun la wa mo la mo do. Mayegun diary.
Hello there.
Mayegun la wa mo.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun La. So I've seen some of you have been repeating that same phrase from the beginning of, from the moment you join. Hello there. This is Mayegun La.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary. Bó bá ṣe àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary. Mayegun diary political. Mayegun diary. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣe o kẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
Sorry that I have to put Governor Ajobi away. Governor Jackson of Osun. I'll tell you the story behind that. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends and not so friendly friends and tell them that.
Àní ẹ̀sùn Raki. Mayegun ti dé.
Ó ti dé o.
Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn Raki. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn Raki. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn Raki. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube.
If you joined me earlier today on the Sunday sermon, call this the continuation of the Sunday sermon. We are still on Sunday, aren't we? Share the video. I told you I will bring back the speech of the president of Niger Republic. ECOWAS said they are about to go in. Niger is saying we are also waiting for you.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn Raki. Àní ẹ̀sùn Raki. Mayegun ti dé.
Mo ti dé o. Again. So good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun live again. And if you have taken your time to read the caption of the broadcast, the description, which is the body, it helps in a way to let you get kind of in tune into what we are talking about, or we will be talking about. And if you are familiar with some of the developments, you would have a chance to call in, to kind of share your own view too. We do that as well. And tonight, I hope the time will let us, or people will permit. But before then, let's start from the beginning. You know that ECOWAS said they have a date already, that they are going to go into Niger Republic militarily. You know, in case if you don't, well, this is me, kind of putting it into your own conscious mind that yes, they have a date, but they said they would not make that date public. However, back in the Niger Republic, where things seems to be moving so fast, faster than I believe a lot of people kind of envisaged as well, as much as it seems so slower in a way that, okay, if they want to invade, may they invade, Jari. There are many developments behind the scene. Niger Republic is not just Niger Republic, as they are making a lot of people believe. I mean, I don't know what they are selling to you in Nigeria. Well, things are moving very, very fast to the point that America is planning to move their base out of the region without a fight. Well, the president of Niger Republic, who called on their citizens to come out, it is time for you to defend the republic, defend your country. Indeed, a lot of them have started signing up as volunteer soldiers, wherever this is going to lead to. Some people are still making effort to trying to use diplomacy, what they should have started with before they gave them ultimatum. But we all know why this is going this direction, and the war is inevitable, except for any last surprise push from somewhere that puts a break on it. And as it is right now, France is in a fix, like in a tight corner. Okay, there's so much at stake, and that is why a lot of people believe that war is inevitable, or a civil war, or a counter coup, whatever it's going to be. This junta has to go. Now, making that happen will depend on how many Sujis in Africa they can put together, and Nigeria is happy to lead the pack. But before we get fully into all of this tonight, ladies and gentlemen, remember, you need to like the broadcast. That is your own offering. It's like coming into, into the gathering where we are having our service, the sermon. And all you owe us is just like the broadcast. Share it if you haven't already. Now, there are new presidents who seems to be consolidating his power. Currently, they've already formed government in Niger. Military and civilian. If you see their cabinet, they have civilians, they have military. Soldiers will see this way. Civilians will see this way. They've already given all of them position. They have prime minister already. So somehow, they are kind of already activated that, is it called Lamba? It's they call that where you have to put on the alerts so everybody could know, say, war, they come. Everybody, they get ready. Those who are going to go to the bunkers and all that. Because according to them, France and this ECOWAS, they've already declared war on them as far back as July 31st. Do you understand? When when the coup started. When the coup was about 3 days, Nigeria cut off their electricity, their hospitals, their schools, and so many other places like that are currently without electricity, and they've been like that for for weeks now. However, the guy is like this. I found a clip that is kind of subtitled, but it is poorly subtitled. Okay, this online subtitle websites, you can tell, like where you see, instead of seeing Nigerians, you'll be seeing Nigerians. I felt I should kind of let you know, okay? Well, here is his speech. Let's listen together.
Nigériens, mes chers compatriotes, depuis le 30 juillet dernier, Nous vivons dans notre chair les sanctions d'une ampleur sans précédent prises contre notre pays, le Niger, et son peuple suite aux événements du 26 juillet 2023. Ces sanctions visent notamment à nous priver de ressources financières indispensables au fonctionnement de nos institutions, à entraver notre vie quotidienne et à étouffer notre économie et le petit commerce. En outre, ces sanctions vont jusqu'à priver délibérément nos laborieuses populations de tout approvisionnement en produits alimentaires et pharmaceutiques. Finalement, comme s'il y avait un plan visant le démantèlement de notre pays, la CEDEAO s'apprête à agresser le Niger en mettant sur pied une armée d'occupation en complicité avec une puissance qui est étrangère à notre espace communautaire et à notre continent. Ces sanctions sont illégales parce que contraires au principe d'intégration, de solidarité et de libre circulation dans une communauté telle que la CEDEAO. Ce caractère illégal est du reste attesté par la jurisprudence en la matière. Ces sanctions sont surtout inhumaines. Comment comprendre en effet qu'on laisse pourrir aux frontières des produits alimentaires et pharmaceutiques de première nécessité destinés à des populations dans le besoin? Comment comprendre que l'on impose à des populations des sanctions qui vont jusqu'à les priver de courant électrique en laissant les malades mourir dans les hôpitaux? Ces sanctions ne sont pas pensées dans une optique de recherche de solutions, mais pour nous mettre à genoux et nous humilier. Comme vous le savez, elles ont été prises sans consultation préalable, ni des autorités de transition, ni des instances régionales, ni des parlements nationaux, ni des populations sœurs des pays de la communauté. Nigériennes, Nigériens, mes chers compatriotes, ceux qui ont pris ces sanctions cruelles et menacent de tuer des milliers de Nigériens espèrent ainsi les diviser et imposer à notre vaillant peuple leur volonté. Ils pensent pouvoir nous contraindre à accepter par la force ce qui est profondément inacceptable, car contraire à nos intérêts vitaux et à nos valeurs cardinales. Ils veulent isoler notre pays à un moment où notre peuple a le plus besoin de la solidarité communautaire pour mieux faire face au terrorisme et à l'insécurité. Ils ne semblent pas mesurer l'ampleur de contre-coup qu'une agression militaire contre le Niger aurait sur toute la région. Ils semblent ignorer que c'est en grande partie grâce au professionnalisme et à la vaillance de nos forces de défense et de sécurité que le Niger est resté le verrou qui empêche les hordes des terroristes de déstabiliser l'ensemble de notre région. Heureusement, dans plusieurs pays voisins, comme lointains, membres de la communauté ou non, des leaders visionnaires et des populations solidaires ont exprimé et expriment leur opposition à toute intervention qui ouvrirait une véritable boîte de Pandore. Nigériennes, Nigériens, mes chers compatriotes, il est paradoxal que les réactions excessives entretenues par certains acteurs externes qui tentent d'imposer les médias une image caricaturale du Conseil national pour la sauvegarde de la patrie et de son action soient autant en déphasage par rapport aux aspirations du peuple nigérien. La réaction populaire observée dans tout le pays démontre pourtant à suffisance que l'action des forces de défense et de sécurité regroupées au sein du Conseil national pour la sauvegarde de la patrie répond clairement à l'exaspération de l'écrasante majorité du peuple nigérien qui se sent délivré. Nigériennes, Nigériens, mes chers compatriotes, j'affirme ici que notre ambition n'est pas de confisquer le pouvoir. Je réaffirme aussi notre disponibilité à tout dialogue pour autant qu'il tienne compte des orientations voulues par le peuple nigérien, fier et résilient. Toute approche coercitive et ignorant la quête de souveraineté, de sécurité et de bonne gouvernance exprimée clairement par la population revient à ignorer les dynamiques profondes en œuvre dans les pays sahéliens abandonnés à leur propre sort depuis plus de 10 ans par ceux-là même qui, au lieu de les aider à combattre les maux qui les assaillent, veulent aujourd'hui les agresser. À la vérité, la prise de pouvoir par les forces de défense et de sécurité, aussitôt fermement soutenue par nos vaillantes populations, s'inscrit dans un contexte de rejet des modèles sécuritaires et de mauvaise gouvernance faite d'injustice, de corruption, mise en œuvre par des régimes qui se prétendent démocratiques, mais qui en réalité dévoient et discréditent la démocratie. Le Conseil national pour la sauvegarde de la patrie adhère pleinement au principe du libre choix des gouvernements par les peuples. Mais pour que le peuple puisse choisir ses dirigeants, il faut un système transparent dans lequel les opposants ne sont pas emprisonnés ou exilés, dans lequel une véritable alternance est possible et dans lequel la société civile peut librement s'exprimer et manifester sans être inquiétée. Le soutien massif des populations au Conseil national pour la sauvegarde de la patrie au Niger, comme chez nos frères maliens, burkinabés et guinéens, entre autres, traduit non pas le désir d'une gouvernance autocratique, mais un désir de démocratie véritable, porteur de bien-être.
Thank you. I thought I should give you a break. We'll do a small break before we continue because there's still a bit portion of it. So that was him addressing his people, letting them know that at least for those of you who kind of had problem with the subtitle, I told you, right? But it was manageable, wasn't it? Right. It was condemning the action of ECOWAS, and then SEDAO, the regional countries who have been like threatening them of invasion at first, placing sanctions on them, sanctions upon sanctions, financial sanctions, as well as even turning off their electricity. But according to him, he said, these guys who are asking and then, who are doing all of these things, they are not looking at the deep cause or the root cause of the problem. The autocratic system that they call democracy. Sure you get? He said, well, they are open for all negotiation and conversation as long as you respect the position of the national security, which is them, of Niger and the people of Niger. Because those who are doing all of these things wanted to coerce them. They wanted to humiliate them. And they wanted them on their knees, begging, which they will not do again. Sure you get? That they don't have a plan. They don't have the plan of holding on to power. They will return the power to democracy, where people can actually choose their own leaders without any influence or force, corruption or rigging, according to him. Should you hear that, Abi? People are not allowed to choose their leaders. The active ingredient for what? For coup in West Africa, especially the abuse of power by those who parade themselves as Democrats when they are not. Changing the constitution of their country to suit them and retain power and all that. Rig elections. And use the state power to send your opposition to exile or jail them on prop up their charges. Or do they call it trumped up? Okay, it's like trumped up charges. Trumped up. This is their style in most of these African countries. Okay? they killed their opposition, they jailed them, or they exiled them. And they continue the exploitation of their people. Anyway, this one said they are not doing that, but they are going to do it. That democracy you are talking about, we're going to do it in our own way. Or if you are going to come for us, He said something about the Burkina Bay. He's talking about Burkina Faso. He also mentioned that a lot of these West African countries have forgotten that it was Niger that has been holding back in the Sahel the terrorists that could have overrun the entire West Africa by now. Which is true, by the way, it is true. It's almost like war every day for them in that part of Africa, I have to be honest. And you see all these Nigerian soldiers and the rest of them. A lot of them have, just 3 days ago, the terrorists in Niger, that Sahel, they killed 18 or about 20 of them, Nigerian soldiers, even in the midst of this whole Wahala. So, they said if you think that it is in your interest that your leaders are mobilizing soldiers because of interest, because of interest of France, mobilizing soldiers to come and invade Niger, they are not telling you the whole story. Because once that barrier is broken, the rest of you can just, well, that's what he said there, right? No, it didn't stop there. There is more. I'll give you that before we continue.
Entre autres, traduit non pas le désir d'une gouvernance autocratique, mais un désir de démocratie véritable, porteur de bien-être pour tous. Nous en sommes parfaitement conscients. Nigériennes, Nigériens, mes chers compatriotes, en tant que soldats, nous connaissons le prix d'une guerre. En tant que Nigériens et Ouest-Africains, nous trouverions tragique d'aller en guerre contre nos frères d'armes aux côtés desquels nous étions engagés hier pour sécuriser notre région. Nos populations, qui sont les mêmes de part et d'autre de nos frontières, trouvent aberrant d'être opposées les unes aux autres. En somme, ni le Conseil national pour la sauvegarde de la patrie, ni le peuple nigérien ne veulent d'une guerre et demeurent ouverts au dialogue. Mais, qu'on nous comprenne bien, si une agression devait être entreprise contre nous, elle ne sera pas la promenade de santé à laquelle certains croient. En effet, ils trouveront face à eux 26 millions de Nigériens, les dignes fils de Bounama Dibalani, de Idriss Anaouma, de Mohamed Kosso, de Mohamed Nafarko, de Amadou Tanimoun Kourandaga, de Suleiman Tanchintouma, de Kausen Kedda, de Tankasawa Agoragi, de Babari Soba, de Bawa Jean Gwarzo, de Akazama Ari Kulumba, de Mali Bero, de Ousmane Tanfodio, de Soni Alibert et de Askia Mohamed, entre autres. Ainsi, fort du soutien de notre grand peuple et avec l'aide de nos frères du Burkina, de la Guinée et du Mali, les forces de défense et de sécurité du Niger ne se déroberont pas. Pour ma part, une fois de plus, je tiens à vous réaffirmer, mes chers compatriotes, que tout comme les autres membres du Conseil national pour la sauvegarde de la patrie et du gouvernement, je suis au service du Niger et de ses seuls intérêts et que je ne trahirai jamais vos espérances, Inch'Allah. Aussi, conscient de la nécessité de structurer les nouvelles élans de patriotisme qui renaissent au Niger, J'engage toutes les forces vives de la nation à travers un dialogue national inclusif. L'objectif de l'instance dédiée à ce dialogue est de consulter toutes les composantes du peuple nigérien sur les voies les meilleures permettant de poser les fondements d'une nouvelle vie constitutionnelle sur des piliers profondément ancrés dans nos valeurs traditionnelles et républicaines. Dans cette perspective, le gouvernement est d'ores et déjà instruit pour prendre les dispositions urgentes en vue de l'organisation de ce dialogue. Dans ce cadre, les forces vives qui y seront conviées s'attelleront dans un délai de 30 jours à formuler des propositions concrètes devant conduire 1. À définir les principes fondamentaux devant régir notre transition. 2. À définir la priorité de la transition dont la durée ne saurait aller au-delà de 3 ans. 3. À définir les priorités nationales durant la transition. 4. À appeler les valeurs fondamentales devant guider la refondation de la République. Nigériennes, Nigériens, mes chers compatriotes, c'est donc entre Nigériens et dans le cadre du dialogue fraternel que nous allons trouver, j'en suis convaincu, les solutions adoptées à tous les défis qui se posent à nous. Accompagnés dans notre élan de sortie de crise et ce, dans l'intérêt de tous. Vive le peuple nigérien, vive le Conseil national pour la sauvegarde de la paix.
Bàbá Tinubu ẹjọ́ àwọn alágbè yìí wọlé ẹjọ́ ẹ má jà rígírẹ́tì ẹjọ́ bàbá ẹjọ́ ẹ ṣàánú ẹjọ́ bí tí ń pa wá. Bàbá Tinubu ẹjọ́ àríṣẹ́ ṣe.
Ó ti dójú ẹ̀ ń sẹ́yìn 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 ó ti dójú ẹ̀ ń sẹ́yìn.
So thank you. That was I wanted to pronounce his name. His name starts with T, but it's like a Chiani. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced. The president of a Niger Republic. In a nutshell, at least they are open they are open to dialogue. Let's have a conversation around this, and we will transit, we will hand over power, and we will not stay beyond 3 years. And in 30 days now, we're going to put some blah, blah, blah together, transition and all that. We know all the drill. Sure you get. There's no transition. But the reaction of AU, the ECOWAS, is still being expected. Remember, they have their date already picked. So more put that aside. How far everybody, have you kind of received your own rice? Or you've seen people around you who have received theirs without much hassle? Like kind of, because it seems that from yesterday, so many places have been receiving the palliative rice. And have you all noticed how the word palliatives became part of Nigerian lives now? Like, palliative, give them palliative from coronavirus, palliative for corona, palliatives for subsidy, like it's like coming back. But the definition of palliative is like give them food. So the palliative, you don't collect your own palliative. The money you they wait for. I'm not mocking you. This is general now. Everybody is kind of collecting rice. Not everybody. Okay, fine. Not everybody. The people of Ondo State said they were promised 81,000 bags of rice. But they've only received 3,000. And people are hungry. We'll go to Ondo. Just a short stop, okay? Before we continue.
The hardship that accompanied the removal of fuel subsidy, according to residents, has brought continued hardship on both their economic and social life. Chairman Ondo State Palliative Implementation Committee, Wale Akintenwa, while interacting with newsmen on ways to address the hardship of residents, said the state government has gone a step further by purchasing another 3,000 bags of rice to complement the 3,000 received from the federal government for distribution to residents to cushion the effects of subsidy removal.
Ondo State got only 3,000 bags of rice, contrary to our expectation of 81,000 bags of rice. We were promised 81,000 bags. On the basis of that, we made some pronouncements. We went ahead to plan, and now we're here. As a state, I've paid for and received another 3,000 bags.
Other commissioners in the state cabinet agreed that it's high time the state government explore other ways in boosting the state's economy.
Of the visionary leadership of Akeredolu-led administration to open up Ondo State. Right now, if you travel on bike from Araromi to Akodoleki, it takes you between 35 to 45 minutes to get there. That is how close we are to Lagos.
Volume of oil palm seedlings that each state bought from them were number one. The state that came second, we were 3 times what they procured. And apart from that, we have brought in the palm elite seedlings, which is fantastic, which had a component of the Nigerian oil palm in the breeding.
Meanwhile, pensioners and the vulnerable in the state have been assured of the sum of 10,000 naira beginning from the end of August as part of ongoing efforts to assist them in this period of hard times.
Ondo State is one of the oil-producing states in Nigeria. The last time Ondo State was in the news was when a 12-year-old bunkering ship was caught stealing tens of thousands of barrels of crude oil from Ondo State. When we put what they stole from Ondo State, 300,000 barrels from Ondo State alone in that vessel, when we did all the estimates, and we said, if Ondo State as Yoruba land, so Yoruba State in Yoruba land, or in a Yoruba nation, oil producing states that controls our own resources, do you think somebody will send 3,000 bags of rice to the whole state of Ondo? Then the state government, the whole state government also ordered 3,000 bags. More will break them down. In a singular truck in Nigeria that carries all these grains, right, in bags, each bag is 50 kg size, all right? And each trailer will carry 600 bags. So how many trailers will carry 6,000 bags? 10 trucks for about 7 million people. All right? Then they had planned to give the pensioners 10,000 naira. Oil producing states, you. People that are supposed to be living like people living in Texas. Kind of. They are queuing for 3,000 bags and another 3,000 bags. And none like that. It is one of the calamity of Nigeria. Where people are living in squalor, and it fits in perfectly where APC, Egbekegbe, wants you to be. Unfortunately, they are begging for them to increase the IGR. IGR from who? from the people you are unable to even pay when they work. You can't even create job for them. When you're talking about IGR, give them 10,000 naira. Turn everybody to beggars. Because they are trying to help us, Abi. At least it is something. It is better than nothing, Abi. It's unfortunate. Because at least, I don't know how they share it in Ondo, but just imagine seeing your own relative in this video, or even seeing yourself here. Like, what kind of situation will make you get to this stage for food? Nigeria. You know something? That one is even somebody who is doing personal, personal zakat. You know Kokun Foundation, you know that guy? But when you see that of the government, you can then tell me the difference. I mean, if you can, for example, in Shomolu today, some of you have seen it anyway. That was the government giving their own, today. That was Shomolu in Lagos today. There are other videos from everywhere too, but you get the message anyway, don't you? So it is like the people have become so poor that even those who are pretending that they are a little bit better off, they cannot all look away from any kind of freebies right now. Not like this. I mean, the number is so massive that you can tell what the pulse of the country is. Borrow money, share the money. That's coming out of poverty, fighting poverty. APC way. Right? Anyway, we'll come back to the rice and the wahala behind that when I open the line. Today, call them the obedient decided that they were going to start what they call 1 million man march, something like solidarity rally that they will be doing every weekend. But they were going to target all eyes on the judiciary. But that thing has become serious. That all eyes on the judiciary thing, right, is like something that is currently brewing. And the Nigerian army were called out today. The Nigeria police. You know, there was supposed to be Sheshe Day. Is it today or tomorrow? It was supposed to be Sheshe Day, 20th or 21st. I think it was tomorrow, 21st, right? So in Ilorin, where they've arrested a traditionalist, Tani Olorun, and one other man, right? They had to bring out soldiers to venue they said would be the venue for a Sheshe Day in Ilorin. So for those who know this area, right, there are soldiers there waiting for anybody to show up for a Sheshe Day. Well, that one is on the side. It's like a, a developing story. But you see, when you add those billboards, call all eyes on the judiciary, I don't know why that sort of touched some nerves in some people, especially APC, Egbekegbe. So they had to come out and deny that, no, because immediately some billboard sprung up everywhere. Then some APC thugs, they started tearing them down, right? And then the body that is responsible for sort of the agency that is responsible for, what do you call that thing again? Managing the advertisers or whatever in Nigeria. They had to come out and say, we don't want any billboard or anything, advertisement that has to do with all eyes on the judiciary, because it can cause problem in Nigeria. Then the following day, another person issued a statement and said, Tinubu did not authorize the pulling down of all eyes on the judiciary billboard. And you know when they deny something, it means they are doing it, Abi? Or are you new? Every time APC denied something, it is what they are doing. When APC is accusing people of something, pay attention very well. It is what they are doing or about to do or what they have already done. I'll tell you, right? If you don't want to have serious mental breakdown when you are dealing with the issue of Nigeria, especially with APC, Egbekegbe involved, you need to be at least 3, 4, 5 steps ahead. When they deny something, it is what they are doing. Especially if they have to make somebody deny in their name, right? Believe me, it is what they are doing, what they have done. It's either what they have done, what they are doing, or what they are about to do. And denying it means they will still do it, but they will re-strategize on how they're going to do it. Trust me. That's how you deal with them. And nothing else will be difficult to decipher. To decipher from these guys. It's so easy. Abikini, which one is Tinubu did not approve the destruction of the billboard. Then they started issuing letters. Any agency, any advertising agency that takes any adverts concerning see the letter. Managing Director, Intercontinental Marketing, blah, blah, blah. So this is the genesis. So when the people now decided that, now their name is Arcon, advertising, what is this? Regulatory agency, Council of Nigeria, Regulating Council of Nigeria, Arcon. Notice of violation. Now on this, when these young people now said, you know what? We are going to go and do our 1 million man march. We're going to start it from Abuja. And before you know it, they have all the police everywhere. I'll show you a few clips, okay? For example, this shot. They call it the city gate in Abuja. The city gate is that arc that is at the, that one that is at the entrance of Abuja, I believe. Let's see if I see a bigger one. You know that arc. So they brought in their police to come and monitor. And same everywhere too. It's not just in Abuja, right? Few other places where they felt like people could be coming. So this one is like the bridge before they are being where the people have been kind of gathering and all that. They wanted to stop them from gathering. There is not going to be any million-man march anywhere. Here you get. If you are not allowed, go and collect permit. If you don't collect permit, we'll do what we do best. Somebody once said that, this one is going to be a little bit dark. Okay? And I want a lot of you to understand from the point of view of this person, okay? When those terrorists killed 36 soldiers in Niger State, a few days ago. So some people, some Nigerians, Nigerians are always angry, right?